doesn't want the
We're
light
good.
on.
Yeah, the camera has capability
Recording
to
in
fix that.
progress.
Do you think it's true that somebody going into public health through the pathway, kind of what you did, where there may be some experience with Peace Corps, or maybe not, do you have to be more self-directed? I mean, does it require a personality that is willing to go in an unusual direction? I mean, is it a different breed of cat that's going to go into public health?
Well, this was 50 years ago now. This was 1971. To some degree, yes, because the pressure there, the social expectation in that environment is that you're going to become a practitioner of clinical medicine to one degree or another. And of course, an MD degree is a very flexible degree. You can do all kinds of things with an MD degree. You can do research, you can teach, you can be an administrator, etc. The list is long. So there is the flexibility is already there, and most of my peers were aware of that flexibility. I think the time away had allowed us, both of us, to step out of this environment for a while. And yes, I think we did become more independent thinkers because of that. And so when we came back into the environment, we already knew there was something else out there that was different, that we did well at and had a good time doing, felt fulfilled, felt we had made our contribution. I'm speaking for both Ron and me now. Therefore, it was probably easier for us to say, yeah, there is something else we can do, and if a few of you don't like it, that's just too bad.
Ardith, what was your feeling about moving into the public health arena?
Actually, I was happy because I didn't see myself as the long-suffering wife of a physician who was called out at all hours and so forth. So going into public health created for me a more secure,
more structured environment, probably.
Yeah. For Bill, and that, of course, for me as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then as we got to the School of Public Health, then of course we were in a much different environment, but one at Harvard that was closely linked to the medical establishment, because the program we were in was focused on physicians getting masters in public health degrees.
And when we went to Harvard, it was marvelous because of our overseas experience. They put us into an apartment house. I don't think we paid rent. I think it was a freebie. They put us into an apartment house with other physicians who were there from other countries. So we had a really interesting experience. I was not working, I didn't need to, and we could have potluck suppers with all these different cultures and all these different people. And we got to know several of them very well and are still communicating with some of those people.
Mm-hmm.
It would seem to me that when you applied to Harvard and you talked with the admissions personnel that made the decisions, including their professors, I'm assuming, looked at it, and maybe the president of the university. I don't know how many people looked, but they had to be fascinated with your story of what you'd done.
Sure. There were a number of classmates there that had been Peace Corps physicians. But there weren't that many of us, but there were a few. And the international house, the apartment house that Ardith just described, was fascinating. We applied saying, if you have room left, would our international experience qualify us to live there? And they said yes. If we don't fill it up with international students, then you can have a slot. And indeed, we got an apartment there.
We had a very
Recording
small
stopped.
apartment.